You know those last moments of acceleration just before a plane's wheels leave the ground at takeoff? That's exactly where we're at in the days leading up to Chance Room episode 48 as the kids head to Japan ahead of Levanter's release. It's December 2019, and even though this momentum has been building behind the scenes for months, the kids are picking up speed that can't be ignored. They've just kicked off their District 9 Unlock World Tour in Seoul, but they're taking on the world in more ways than that. Horizons are expanding, specifically in Japan, a place Stray Kids has focused plenty of attention in the past, but it's been a little muted. There are different privacy laws in Japan for sure, making content harder to access, but there's also been some political tension playing out. We've talked before about how Stray Kids are cultural ambassadors for Korea as a whole, helping spread the K-wave across the world. But that also means they have to tread lightly when it comes to making moves that could be seen as political. In the summer of 2019, trade disputes led South Koreans to boycott Japanese goods, and the social pressure around this was huge. The kids' first solo show in Japan for their Unveil tour just months before wasn't promoted outside of Japan, likely because of this. But the hype for Stray Kids in Japan was still huge, and their shift to embracing this was strategic, with the Japanese fan club siloed on its own, offering free high-stay showcase tickets to the first 10,000 people to sign up, and the demand was there. This free performance is what we're hitting this week, positioned perfectly between Stray Kids World Tour kickoff and Levanter's release, stoking the fires for their Japanese fan base and laying the groundwork for what's become an incredibly successful expansion in the fandom. As time travelers, we can fast forward to 2023, where over 2.5 million people tried buying tickets to Stray Kids' 5-star dome tour in Japan. Or even zip all the way back to 2024, where 600,000 applications were submitted for their Japan fan meetings, and 160,000 people were in attendance over those 4 days. Do you feel how even in 2019 that momentum was already building? Stray Kids was fully in it at this point, having worked harder than we'll ever know to get the final piece of 2019 off the ground. There are only a few days in between Chan's Room episode 47 and 48, because Chan is still making up for the episodes he feels he's missed in October. But these in-between moments are no less intense or emotional for being shorter because Levanter's intro dropped this week. This is another video that all stays should really see in full. You can find a link in the notes below. But what stands out is how open, vulnerable, and earnest the kids are in it. They have taken a hit. They're pushing through a really challenging shift, but more than anything, they're worried about being there for stays. Levanter is about how letting go of something you desperately wanted in life can lead to a better situation and higher achievements. And Stray Kids aren't just singing about their past here. This album is something they're living out in real time, with Stay by their side. Stray Kids only has Stay. It's a story we all carry, and it's one we know is true. Even if we weren't all there individually in these moments, we are Stay. And Stay is who walked by Stray Kids' side through these intense new beginnings. Stay is a collective, a collection of shared stories that belong to us all. And this era is one of the most important stories that binds us into belonging with each other, one that cements our support and love for Stray Kids. That's why we resort to time travel, to make sure all of that is really felt and understood as we take our place in that collective. And it's why we'll be here this Sunday, October 27th at 11 p.m. KST to rewatch episode 48 together, to be a part of the light that Stray Kids would have felt as they realized they can fly. I'll see you then.